gonna get.
This is discrimination.
We are now on live stream, and all the attention is on Sara. We all mean well. Sara will be talking today about. She will. I don't even know what you're talking today on, but you'll let us know on. Maybe you'll say a question at the beginning, which is a great way to start any presentation. By the way,
and you're going to give me 1 minute
as
at
well.
the end before.
And I'll hold up my finger as well.
Okay.
So welcome to SPI, everybody online.
Thank you.
And here's the floor to Sara Finkelstein.
Good morning, everybody. I am Sara Finkelstein, registered financial consultant and registered Social Security analyst. And excuse my back. Question for everybody. How many of you plan to retire one day?
Well,
Okay.
Would you like this?
Now, for those of you who don't plan to retire, that just tells me that you just love what you do, which is great. Many people are not fortunate enough to love the work that they do, that they want to do it forever. But there may come a time where we may not be able to continue for various reasons. So, how many of you know what this is?
it's a stool.
It is a stool, and it is called the three-legged retirement stool. Who here has heard of the three-legged retirement stool? Okay, great, wonderful. So what does the three-legged retirement stool consist of? Number one, your Social Security retirement benefits. Now, some of us, or all of us here, are business owners. And typically, what do business owners do? They deduct as much of their expenses so that they can pay less in taxes. But what does that do? That hurts their Social Security benefit. So now, not only do they hurt themselves in terms of how much they're going to get, but then to exacerbate the problem, a lot of people start their Social Security too early as age 62. But if you delay as late as age 70, you're going to get a whole lot more. So if you collect sooner, you'll get a discounted amount. And that discounted amount stays with you. Of course, you will get the cost of living adjustments, but still, it is a much, much smaller amount. The second leg of the three-legged retirement stool is a pension plan. How many of you here have a pension? Oh, great, wonderful. Most of us do not. What happened to pension plans? They were replaced by the 401k plan. How many of you have a 401k plan? Okay. Is your 401k going to provide you with guaranteed lifetime income? Yes or no? No. Okay. A pension plan gives the individual guaranteed lifetime income. What else gives you lifetime income? Social Security. Paul's grandmother is going to be 101 in just a few weeks. She's been getting Social Security since age 65. And if she makes it to 150, she'll continue to get that Social Security check for the rest of her life.
150?
She's gonna take it out.
But did you know that you can create your own pension plan? Guaranteed lifetime income? Did you know that the people happiest in retirement are those that have multiple streams of guaranteed lifetime income, not just Social Security? And what does that do? It provides peace of mind so that we can combat inflation, so that we can combat or deal with extended healthcare costs in retirement. So having more than one source of guaranteed lifetime income is very, very important. And that is one of the areas that I focus in dealing with retirement planning. The last leg is your own personal savings, whether it's sitting in a bank or it's sitting in the market. But one question that I like to ask my clients is, how much of your money can you afford to lose? And most of them will say, I can't afford to lose any of it. Yet where do they keep it? In the market where it can be lost. I'm not saying that putting your money in the market is a bad thing, but if you operate within the safe money formula, has anybody heard of that? The safe money formula? It's based on your age. So you take your age, deduct it from 100, and that tells you how much of your money should be safe and guaranteed. If you're 70 years old, that means that no more than 30% of your nest egg should be at risk. The rest of it should be safe and guaranteed. Why? Because we come to a point where we may not have enough time horizon to make up for losses. So this is the three-legged retirement stool for those of you who have not heard of it before. Now you know what it is. And another mistake that not just business owners make, but a lot of Americans make is we underestimate how long we will live. Paul's grandmother never thought she would make it this far. And a lot of people in their 90s never thought that they would make it as far as they have. So we always tell clients, plan to live to 100. Because if you only make it to 90 and you've planned appropriately, well, you're okay financially. You can weather the ups and downs, you can weather the storms. But if you only plan to live to 80 and you make it to 93 and you've run out of money, that is not a good thing to be in. Another mistake that many people make is not having a source of tax-free income in retirement. If you have tax-free income in retirement, doesn't that mean that you have more disposable income? And isn't that what we want in retirement, is more disposable income? Because it's not how much money you get in retirement, but how much you actually get to keep after you pay your taxes. So those are some of the tips that I wanted to share with you guys about retirement planning, whether you plan to retire at 60 or 80 or whatever it may be. I'm of the personal belief that it's okay to continue working, even part-time, keeps you busy. Everybody can use extra spending money, and it gives you somewhere to go and something to do. So I work with retirees, and some of them say to me that they're so busy in retirement doing all kinds of activities that they can't imagine how they have time to work. And then other people in retirement don't seem to have any hobbies, and they don't know what to do with themselves. So retirement is a great thing to plan for. And part of retirement planning also has to do with being prepared for the potential need for extended health care costs in retirement. Most Americans are not prepared for needing long-term care down the road. Statistically, 2 out of 3 people over the age of 65 will need long-term care at some time. And most of us are not prepared. So if we're not prepared for it and we need it, what does that mean? It means that you could potentially go through all of your retirement money, everything that you've worked hard for, everything that you've saved for, gone with just one long-term care claim. So that brings me to, I want to give everybody my newsletter, which actually this month, one of the articles is The Great Terror, Running Out of Retirement Assets. So if you guys could just pass those along. And then I have an inquiry form that I ask you guys to fill out and give back to me before the end of today, which you can check off if any of these areas you would like to learn more about. So I'll start that from there. And I am out of time, right?
Yeah, 20 seconds or so, and we have Q&A too.
Can you give us 1 or 2 examples of the streaming tax-free income that you were talking about? Like, where would that come from? What kind of vehicle would
Well,
that be?
one of those would be a Roth IRA,
Mhm.
right? You've heard of the Roth IRA?
Yeah,
There's other vehicles too, but it depends on the situation. I mean, there's more than one way to skin a cat. The important thing is have these conversations with your financial advisor. Ask them how you could be better prepared for higher. By the way, how many of you think taxes will be higher down the road? And what is that doing? What are you doing to protect yourself from that? So, again, strategize. There are strategies out there that can help you. And again, I'm Sara Finkelstein. My phone number is 561-302-5760. If you know anybody who needs help with Medicare, www.yourmedicarelady.com.
That 5760, isn't that our wedding anniversary?
It is.
Very interesting. Thank you, Sarah, for joining
Thank
us.
you.
Give her a round of applause.